Drops are easy. Drops are easy. Yeah, I understand. That's not what you expected to hear. But what if I told you that riding off this drop behind me was the exact same skills as riding off a curb? And by the end of this video, you'll understand why. When I started trying the ride drops, this was me. On this exact drop, actually. Roll the clip. It's fucking scary, dude. I wasn't scared because drops were hard. I was scared because I didn't understand what the bike was doing underneath me. Sure, I was able to run like smaller drops and just kind of fake it, but I was feeling uncomfortable and unsafe. And granted, I have a family. I'm a dad. I started mountain biking at 33. I think a ton of you guys can relate to this. So I went through all the research I could find. I talked to guys out here riding, and I put together these 2 tricks that will keep you out of trouble and have you hitting drops like this in no time. So let's go over to the skills area. I'm going to show you the do's and do nots, and I'm going to try to keep it super simple, get you guys riding drops like this in no time. So let's go. Alright, so I'm here at my local skills area. If you don't have something like this at your house, it really doesn't matter. You can learn this skill on the curb, like I said earlier, or even just a stick in the yard to practice the timing of this skill. There's just one thing that I would say if you're practicing this. Alright, so the first tip I have, if you're practicing this skill, you want to make sure to do it on something to where your bike will clear regardless if your front wheel touches the ground first. So no matter what happens, you should be fine. You could slowly roll off this and have your front wheel dive, no problems. Alright, so before we get into what to do properly, I want to discuss 3 things that is going to get you in trouble. First thing being the wheel lift. I see a lot of people do it, and it's going to get you in a lot of trouble. You're going to lift that wheel. It's going to throw you to either side or make you do something weird. You're going to land all funky. You're going to have a bad freaking time. Woo! Oh shit! Second thing that most people do wrong is they try to bunny hop off the end of the lip. And for one, you're just shortening your landing. And if you have anything that you have to clear on the other side, you're gonna have a bad freaking time. I'm telling you right now. And the third thing that people are doing wrong is they are scared of the future. So what do you do when you're scared of something? You lean way freaking back. Well, if you lean too far back, your ass is gonna touch the back of that wheel, and it's basically like shutting down your brakes, and you're just gonna go right over the bars. Your front wheel is gonna dive, and you are not gonna have a good time. Oh my! So let's talk about what you should be doing when hitting a drop. So let's try to understand the drop just a little bit. I'm not gonna over-explain like most people, but just a little bit to give you an idea of what you're supposed to do before we get into the tried and true mechanic that will help you hit drops today. Okay, when you're hitting a drop, this is really the only one thing that you need to know how to do, or understand, I should say. When your front wheel leaves a transition, your back wheel is now a pivot point where this can dive, and that's where you get all those Friday fail videos online. It's not fun. Trust me, I've done it. So like I said before, you're not trying to bunny hop and shorten your landing. You're not trying to pull up and pull that wheel up. You want to make it as effortless as possible. And by doing that, you need to know weight distribution and body position in order to make this front wheel weightless until your back wheel leaves the ground. You want this wheel completely weightless to where you can land safely on the ground by the time this back wheel leaves. And to do that, It's just one simple move. The push. By pushing the bike out, you're not only speeding the bike up briefly during that push and reducing the time that your front wheel's in the air and your back wheel's on the transition, but it also keeps you in that nice attack position and keeps you straight to where you can confidently land and see what you're doing on the other end of things. I'll give you a couple demonstrations.
Just a little push. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Crazy!
Exactly the same.
Now, when you're doing the push and you have a transition like this, it's not really just a straight push, because then you're still going to land rear wheel heavy. But you kind of want to push down at the, kind of match the angle of the transition. But when you're just learning, practicing on something, you know, like a curb or something, I would just practice the timing of it first. So if you take anything away from this video, I want you to take away, learn the fundamentals first, learn your breathing, stay loose, practice on something you're comfortable with, and slowly work your way up until you have that muscle memory and you have the confidence to ride bigger stuff. And once your body feels comfortable with that movement, bigger drops stop feeling big. The drop that I rode in this intro that I was terrified of feels small now, and it's pretty big. I'm 6 foot tall. It's probably a 6-7 foot drop. So let me know down in the comments if this helped at all, if you think I missed something, or maybe drop a freaking clip of you hitting some sick drops. I would love to see it. You know, I'm a 35-year-old mountain biker. I just started when I was like almost 34, so it's been like maybe a year and some change. And I'm very happy with my progression, and I want to share that and get other guys out riding safely and having fun. You know, if I break my arm today, I've got a family to feed. I have my daughter. I can't miss work. So I feel like a lot of people are in that same position. They want to do cool stuff and ride big features, but take it slow. Work on your fundamentals. You know, start where you feel comfortable, like I said, and just work your way up. And when you shred that big drop, send me a freaking clip. Peace.